Especially that time in the airport I read. The brother gave me the fear, the premise of death. The work of my life without fear.
Allez,
Master.
les palis sous mes cailloux, à qui est-ce que tu vis bien? C'est ma chérie, tu n'as qu'à assez ma gamme. And you no money, and moi, yo. And you love
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandmother.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money. And I don't get it now ya to money. That's the TV. And I don't get it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandmother.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We started a podcast by connecting people and culture from here and out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. Especially that time in the airports I read. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside to Raji to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, the San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa.
Indeed, SKTV, it is the best in Liberia. SKTV, it is the best in Africa. SKTV, it is the best around the world. That's why we come to you. We come right to your doorstep. We come right in your home. Whether you're on the farm, whether you are on the farm, you're trying to do your lay farming and so forth. We're always there, to educate you, inform you, and also be by you. Because if we don't do, you will not get some of the information because people want to, sift off some of the information the way they want. That's the thing with life. Life, people want to do things that please them. Whether it's to your taste, whether it's good for you, whether the children are in good school, or some of the school buildings are up to date. Nobody care. All they care about is, they just read plenty of things and just give it straight to the president. Every time we hear about annual report, some of you, that's it. And only thing can be the president reading. These are annual reports. People just paddle all these things together as to what are these things are genuine, what are these things are affecting the life of the people, what are some of these things that they are saying or what they put in that paper, whether it's true or not. Nobody cares. All that day will be listening. The president will be reading. And when they come to the Ministry of Agriculture, we're doing that, we're doing that. When it comes to education, all that thing you'll be hearing. So for us here, we will tell you all of the happening, be it good or bad. But anyway, folks, good evening. Let's share the show first. Yeah, indeed. Good evening to all of them. Look, let me speak to you. Yeah, man. Good evening, people. I know it's afternoon time. It's better stay in the morning. Maybe it's somewhere around, maybe in the evening time to your end. Let me say the pleasant good evening and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the SKTV show. For a matter of fact, today's Wednesday is ladies' night, social time. I've been seeing a lot of post videos, live video, about one of my friend. That guy myself, actually, we've been operating for a very long time, even when we're into entertainment and so for physical. Some of you don't even know this. We know people. And this guy, that's why I'm not allowed to talk too much into some people things because, when you know people like that, you got to be very careful. But I know physical very well. Physical, ask him. take that video or in fact tag me and tell you now, you know Mabel, you will tell you. He said, Mabel, my brother. I know physical very well. So I've been following all of the happening, the social interactions between him and his wife, and so on, all the things are going on, out of the mark on his face, blood leading, you know, in bleeding, all those kind of things. But again, that's the life. That's the life we have to live socially. So many things been going on, especially when it comes to the people just taking away their own life again. I wake up with the news from Margibi, right? I think last time Margibi end. Say one young guy took away his life and he commits suicide, you know, and quote unquote, because life now nowhere to wait. Maybe a girlfriend go then, and then you know, then you got to go too. Need to. Oh God, no! I say girlfriend pass away. The girlfriend go living. He too now he said no, he can't stand it. So the pressure, they keep playing on him until you too you got to go away. But let me be friend to all of you, those of you who follow us. You know, we don't have social people. We don't have people to educate us socially, mentally. That's one of our weakness there in this country. Nobody to talk to us. Yeah, but anyway, the team already here. Monk here already, no time to waste. Monk, good evening, my dear brother, and welcome.
What's up, Megan? And what's up to the listening audience of SKTV? I'm here again today. Something popped up. I had time. I said I got to chip in.
That's good because we got to continue what we started yesterday because it's getting interesting. Now we have Class A, Class B, Class C. So we'll be asking all these things today about Class A. How the condition of Class A? What if we go the country?
I told you about SKTV. They will listen to us on the show, and when we discuss issue here, it's on the national agenda as well. The radio, I mean the listeners in Liberia, some of the hot topics we discuss here. I guess people be paying attention because I tell you, anytime we discuss something important within 24 hours, it's going to surface in the news. And we wasn't jumping to conclusion yesterday because now we know about the methodology, we know about the category, we know why certain institution was shut down. And that's it. That's how you do things. You know, you don't want to be impulsive in making decisions. You want to come up with a plan. And it was a quality assurance exercise. The Front Page Africa, I think they came up with an article that went in detail. I said, yeah, this is what we talked about yesterday, even though we applaud the process, but we want to know because you cannot just speak. And the good thing about the discussion yesterday was some of the top institutions, the flagship institutions like the UL, the Tubman University, the AMEU, now they themselves were part of the exercise, even though they gave them a time frame.
Yes, indeed.
But we'll get to that in detail later.
Yes, indeed, we'll go to that, my dear brother. Don't get wrong with our topic. So, Ali, good evening. I know it's afternoon time to all of you there, but good evening, my dear brother.
Yeah, Maybon, good afternoon from my end. Good evening to your end. Brazil, more good afternoon to our listening audience. Good afternoon, good evening. This is Aliyu Masade from Baltimore, Maryland. Glad to be here this afternoon. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Aliyu. Thanks to Mark, and thanks to the rest of you there, people. Please, let's share the show. We want to hit at least 400 while we do some of our lecture as we go along. Mark, I don't know whether you are following some social news. There's this news, this social interaction with one of our brother who video going why now on a Russell Donso page that yes, indeed, I saw him with blood all on him, you know. But Mark, what say you with the entire issue of violence in homes, especially between couples?
Well, for me, I made an assessment from my own observation for the length of time I spent in the country. I observed things. You know, people want marriage, they want relationship, but they are not disciplined enough to maintain a relationship. I keep saying it. And the video that I saw, it was so gruesome. I saw the guy bleeding, and you can see her physically abusing him in the video. This whole idea that because you bring someone from Africa and you think that you can just do things and get away with it, there's a different society. And all this while she been playing the victim. Only for that video to surface, now we'll get to know the reason why he left the house. Look, just because you go you go to Africa and marry, man, if you're not ready to be a wife, I said it on the show, I said, you don't become a wife after marriage. You become a wife before marriage. There are certain training, certain characteristics that a man will see in you before he can choose you to be his wife, right? Maybe. So the idea that because you had a wedding and you wore white gun thing, that although you know marriage is about discipline, it's about commitment. And most of you, I would say 8 out of every 10, most especially for those desperados that think that you can go to Africa and abuse other people and bring them here and think that they are your slave. No, it doesn't work like that. Look, let me tell you something, maybe as a man. The man believes that he's the most dominant of his species. That just any boy that come on this planet, that's the mentality that I'm a man. He born with that mentality. So when you try to take that from him, it's seen as some form of a disrespect. And no man, no rational man, I know they got some men, but they are not real men that would take that. Whenever a man feel that he's being dominated by a female, no matter her status, he won't accept it. He won't stand for it. I'm talking about real men. And that's exactly what happened in that video. But you know, that's just how it is. And it's a choice. People make choices.
Yes, so more quickly follow-up question before we go to Ali for it won't take two also on that. If you go back to the book of Proverbs, Proverbs chapter 18, verse 22, talk about he who finds a wife finds a good thing. But did I say he who found a woman? I say he who finds a wife found a good thing. How come now most of our women, look, sometime before time back then, they said that men was abusive, men were terrible, men were but none of them monk.
No, I want you to quote that. I want you to quote that scripture again because there is a catch in that, and most people won't pick it up. I want you to quote that scripture again. He who found a wife.
Yes, thank you. So Proverbs 18:22. Those of you who follow us, he who finds a wife, or he who finds a good wife.
Okay.
Now, why is saying that? He who finds a good wife finds a good thing. That means he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord.
Okay. And the reason I told you to repeat that particular quote because when they say find a wife, the Bible is not talking about after marriage. You're talking about before marriage because you got to find a woman before you can marry her. That's why I told you become a wife before marriage, not after marriage. Because there are certain things that a man will see in you before he can consider you to be a wife, right? Whether you are respectful, whether you are disciplined, whether you got home training, whether you got good relationship with your parent, all these things. That's why the Bible says he obtained favor. So when the Bible says he will find a wife, it means that after wedding, it's before the wedding. I just wanted for you to clarify that. That's why I told you to repeat that code. So I just hope people understand exactly what
that's good. That's good. Go ahead. Ali, what say you? With all of the happening, none and then now, people are no longer accusing men now being abusive. Now we're seeing all of the things. Men are also getting tired with all of these things, holding their pin in them and bearing all of these things. No, I think we got to expose some of these things too coming from our mothers, our sisters. What say you, my brother?
Yeah, maybe that's the problem there. Or we continue to say, like I saw that video and I was there, but what's going on? These are some of the things we always like. The day before yesterday, or somebody was telling me, "So kind of, oh, thank you for coming. When you are not here, maybe can be insulting women. That's not right. Nobody come here to insult women. And one thing, women should be very, very much appreciated when we sit there as men and we are advising them. If you see a man advising you, you should really take it in because we are men. We know what we can do. Okay, it doesn't mean that we are really dead in doing things. But when you see a man coming out to advise you, you should be very, very serious to take it in. And you see some of these things happening. Some of our brothers, when they are with these girls, they want to live a pimp life. You said that this guy is doing everything for you. Maybe she getting some international support. Then some of our brothers are here sponsoring women back home. And then these women, they are sponsoring another man. So when that man see you, you start tripping with another man. At the end of the day, these are things that will happen. Because Aliyu Masale sending it to Mary taking it, giving it to Melbourne. So when Melbourne start seeing another person coming around Mary, these are some of the things. And I will tell our sisters, our guy Tina was telling them this today. December is coming. Those of you who get men in America, you get your boyfriend and they're doing everything you are living slave queen life. You have to stop that. These guys will be talking to you 4-5 times a day, 30 minutes, 2 hours on the phone. December, they are coming. Right after December, February, January, February, when they come back to America, That's the time they will tell you, oh, my new job, my supervisor can't allow me to be on phone. Oh, my new job, I came for Liberia, I lost my job, I get another job, and I can't be on the phone. They finish with you. This is why all your overseas marriages, relationship end in December. Because some of you, those guys are sending your money, you will never think of doing something better. You want to live slave queen life. When you see people selling cold water, you mock at them. When you see people selling cold, you mock at them because you get overseas relationship. December, they are coming. If you get somebody in America helping you, try to help yourself. But our brothers, our sisters, they will sit there. When those guys come back December, when they come back, they finish with you. Some of you, if you don't get that kind of sheep, you will call on the radio one day and say, hey, and some of you have experienced. Today, your friends are asking you, oh, when are your boyfriend? I used to call you 4 or 5 times. You can't get you again. The moment they get December, they sleep with you. They finish with you. That's why they can do 75% of those American relationships in other countries. These are some of the things. When you want to be liability on the girl, when she starts tripping with different men, then you go kill him, you go gash him. So these are some of the things.
Yes, thank you.
Our brothers don't want to be independent.
I think I agree with you when you talk about most of us. Let me don't even say that maybe to only the women or the men, but I think most of us we just like to be liability. And you're right, Aliu, because of the issue of people want to go to America, people want their life to get better just because of just because of one or two things. So they will do any other thing to get themselves into things that will make or maybe may likely harm their lives or in fact even embarrass them. But again, we moved. Mr. Cannon, what say you? Good evening and welcome. Today's Wednesday. So we part you with some of the social happening, especially from some of the women. We are strong. You see, people will come in and say, maybe they won't be because the thing will not bear. If they're gonna vomit out now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mabon, and thank you everybody for following. Mama, man, I'll call you the other day. For some reason, your network was bad.
Yeah, I tried calling you back because I knew that you guys had a program here. But yeah, the thing, I was hoping to see you, but then who I ran into, Enzo Dolly. He said, my man, we hear from Sekou, almost we're getting close to the program. I said, but then if you guys cannot hear from Sekou, then I'm 100%
guess what? I went there the next day.
Oh yeah?
I went there the next day, but I left. Because I was there to do one or two things, and I left the same day.
Oh, you left the same day? I see.
Yeah, so I wasn't there for the program.
For the program,
I just went there to put something together, and I left.
And left, okay. Now I got it. All right.
Yeah, but Mayborn, thank you. Unfortunately, every time when I come with you guys discussing social issues, the women I can always be at the receiving end. Unfortunately, because that's how I've always been going against you guys because they are not here to defend themselves. At least when I was here, I will be here to help her because I can't allow all the men to be ganging up on my sister and our mother and our wives. So, but some of the things Ali was talking about, especially when it comes to the guys leaving the United States, to go to Liberia. Sometimes, even here, people not even in the United States, there are a lot of guys. They will make all the sweet talks. They will make everything available you want, just to get to know you. And once they know you, that's it. In women then too. So women, they will whatever they want to get from you, they will do everything. They will pet you. They will be the best human being on life. Once they get whatever they want to get, especially when they know your level, when they know that the expectation is not what it is. Definitely they will go. So it's on both sides, but I'm not a big social person. But it's good to be here. Mom, you and myself will talk. I have some interest in something. I know you're the winner man that can help with that. Now you give me that information. So after the show, let's talk.
All right.
Yeah, but it's number one. There are a lot of people who are interested.
Okay.
You know, when it comes to business, you know a lot in the United States. Yeah. So, my people, we are here. We miss all of you personally. I miss all my friends, our fans. Like I told me one the other day, I may not be able to be here every day, but we'll try to be here for the most part. And for sometimes, even not the whole hours, but maybe part of the hours I'll be here. But it's good to be here. And thank God, Melbourne and Aliu, try to hold it down.
Yeah, Mabel and Ali, I got something special for them.
Yeah, and somebody was asking me, "So cool, the show coming go down. You're not on the show, and more. I let more not even on Facebook, and we."
They ain't even know working behind the scenes.
I said, but wait now. I understand Mon is not on Facebook. I mean, Mon is not on the show, but how did you know Mon is not on Facebook? So you'll be checking on us too?
I wish y'all could be checking us on Friday like that.
Exactly. So it was good to be here among thank God, you're gonna be in and out. We appreciate it. We all miss you. Sometimes I don't watch the show right away, but on my free time, I always listen and be reading. Some of the comments can be so funny. I can see some of the attack on Mabel and Ali. Yeah.
So, Sekou, here's the thing. The reason, you know what I did, right? I
Uh,
told you we're working on something behind the scene. SKTV were here for a long time. We got some big stuff that we're working on. So I figure out, I say that the stage of the project I'm on, I say, you know what? The Facebook thing can take your time. When
Yeah.
you go through all these random videos, you just throw in endlessly. By the time you make up your mind, 5 or 6 hours going during the day. So I temporarily deactivated my account for at least 2 weeks because at the stage I'm at, I got to put a lot of time and a lot of energy behind it. So I said, you know what? Let me get off of Facebook for now. So even on my birthday, I was nowhere to be seen. Some people saw me on the 11 because Steve and myself got the same birthday ball. That's just how I was engaged. And so I said, you know what? So the person that said that amongst them on Facebook, they were right. I myself
Yeah.
deactivated my
Now
account.
one person will
Yeah.
people call me. So, but Sekou, yeah, the show coming down. I said, but how the show was that? I said, but Mabel and Ali on there. Said, but you're not on the show that more not living it, more not even on Facebook. I said, but wait, I said, how did you know more not on Facebook? How
Yeah.
did you know that? So I think it was temporarily, but yeah, Monk, somebody just came here to pick at me, calling me ANC spokesperson. You want to recruit me for ANC, you can't pay me.
Yeah.
Because me, I already got party. So I don't know how you're going to manage that. Maybe ANC can join us. Because we are open to taking any party. Joe, we can join us, we're taking. But CMC is going to be the one leading Liberia. Going to be the leading opposition political party come 2029, and CMC is going to win the election. That I can assure you. God has everything, but within our human power, we'll do everything humanly possible that we win the election. Because we know Liberian people, they play with their air now, they need an alternative. And the two big parties we got in Liberia now, they're all useless parties. They're all failed parties. I know they can be fresh with me when I say it, but they have failed the Liberian people. They have, getting the opportunity. So we're not rejecting any of them. They want to join CMC to change Liberia, but we will set the stage. You will follow what is right. You will do what is right by the Liberian people. What is good for Liberia? What will change Liberia? So yes, don't worry. I'm not ANC. I was a sympathizer of Mr. Cummings, not even ANC or CPP, because I believe at the time I believe that now, then and now, that those who ran with Mr. Cummings, he was a better candidate among all of them. Well, now CMC is there. I know the CMC platform, as of now, is the best. And CMC will decide who to be the standard bearer when the time is right. But right now, CMC agenda, CMC platform, CMC plan for Liberia is the best. So don't come here and diverge the conversation here. Melbourne is running his show. Don't come in me to come make Melbourne show a CMC show here before they can't kick me out.
Seriously,
yeah,
because people,
Melbourne,
Mr.
Melbourne, back
Cannon.
to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cannon, and I'm so happy that at least two of you, if Monk and that of and you are back, at least even though you may not be back fully, but at least to be showing face is good also for the platform. And Ali, let me say thank you so much, Ali. You know, Ali really there with us, and that's why when you stated that in fact the show will continue to live as long people are around, that means indeed,
Yeah,
even whether we are here or not, there will always be other people coming in.
She made the show Melbourne, so you
Yeah,
gotta,
I told Mona.
you gotta make sure you gotta make sure you get Mona them back on the show.
Yeah, and one of the easier things to I told Mona was, she know already. I think Mona need a laptop. I told her at least even she can also even join us from the schedule. That will
Anyway,
also be
we can throw that one in the back.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hope that I easy and the problem, you know, the product, the prophet, so we're not going to talk about it. But anyway, Mr. Cannon, that's good. But I don't know what are some of the things that maybe that you've been following throughout the day, because we have so many things to talk about. Mind you, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia turns 70 on tomorrow, and there are a lot of names, there are a lot of alleged or unconfirmed reports. There are so many names that have been sent out to the president that hopefully on tomorrow, the Chief Justice will turn 70 years old, I mean, or 10 at that place will expire on tomorrow by the time she turns 70 years. So who replaces her now become one of the talk of the time. And there are so many names that Liberians are hearing. So for, you know, people are also concerned about some of the names, about some of the people as to who will replace her. But apart from that, so many death news also been trending around, and people are concerned. Liberians are concerned. You are faint yesterday also. We also chipped in on the Liberian Canadian lady that got killed in her home, and that also sparked off mixed reactions. And apart from that, today again we saw the government of Liberia also having the burial ceremony, or having some of the ceremony leading to the burial of the late former president Samuel Kayando and his wife, which of course the burial will be the coming weekend. The book of condolences started on yesterday, and all of the rights.
So the waiting for Nancy to die before they can bury.
And I don't know yet, but maybe that question will be. I don't know, Chief.
No, I'm just asking because I'm kind of confused. So they wanted Nancy to die first before they can bury though?
Even though people have been asking, people have their own say also on that. People are saying that where is the remains of the list of Slim President Samuel Kayando, because for the past 33 years now.
So Joe Boy wanted Prince Josie to die first. Then after Prince Josie died, he said, well, I would say bury Joe Boy. Let me wait for it. The man went down, and then you go and bury the man and wife.
Well, okay, that's good. So apart from that, also yesterday, the National Commission on Higher Education, Mr. Cannon, they have their long list of schools that quote unquote they closed down based on their own requirements. That some of these schools are not yet have the legal rights to operate. So because of that, they had to close them down. And some of these schools, according to report yesterday, I think close to almost 30 plus schools yesterday was closed down. And also that still continue with class A, class B, up to class C schools that are also having some serious issues. And they also talk about some of these schools back to back. And quickly, before I turn over to you, the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia still continue to post, or in fact give some warning shout out to Liberians and people across the world that the U.S. Embassy Monrovia mandate visa applicants to make their social media profiles public to enhance security checks. So these things still continue since yesterday that information broke out, and it's still going on. They are still informing the people, especially Liberians, that indeed make your social media profile public so that people can know exactly who are you, where you work, and things you post and things you do. So far, so good, Mr. Cannon. We have other issues.
That one good news.
Oh,
then we come in all the secret recording we got for all the people there. they baba people and all the killing and stealing and they be doing in Liberia, all the corruption they be doing, we're gonna start posting there and tagging their name on it. So that when they go look them out, they will pop up.
More than likely.
Yeah, it will pop up.
They consider it to be a form of a background check that is part of your interview process.
So that's good. That's good. Well, then my WhatsApp coming so far because my old phone is full of got a lot
of evidences, right? You're gonna be the new U.S. consular.
I was Steve say, please, therefore when I lost. So even though I'm not using the phone, Steve said, therefore when I lost. What? The information I inside now we're cheering. Yeah, so no problem. Yeah, Judah Baga, we got Judah Baga some information now, Judah Baga too. Because the one that will be sent to the public will send to the public. The one that will send will be sent, we'll keep that one. But they're not fun. Anyway, Mong, you know, Melbourne is running the show. But the last time I came here, when I came from Europe, I told you guys that whatever we are doing, we may not be getting any financial benefit from it today, but the Liberian people appreciate it, both in Liberia and in the diaspora. Everywhere you go, the same way Melbourne talk about when people see him in Liberia, they always refer to him as, you know, SKTV, blah, blah, blah. And that name recognition and the respect and the acknowledgement of what you do is huge. So when Mom said the last time, something big coming up for SKTV, and some of you who are dragging your feet, you may be, you know, fighting later on to, you know, the team membership or to be a part of the SKTV team. You know, it might be late for you. So somebody called me, but what this guy mean? I said, I don't know. But it's a positive thing. So if somebody tell you, say, big thing coming for SKTV, it's not a bad thing. Maybe I can say that. We'll discuss that one in the back to try to prevent it from happening. But if we coming publicly to talk about something like that, it means that it's something that we all want to see happening to SKTV. But yes, you know, I want to give it to our people. SKTV is one of the platforms with the most committed followers. I'm telling you. Majority of our people here know them by their name. Some of them don't know them in person. Some of them have met them. But I would love to see all of you guys in person. Because rain or shine, we always have people here following SKTV. And for any reason, they are not getting the notification. They are not seeing. They will always call us, send us messages. The last time, they didn't know what was going on. Two people call me and say, Sekou, what happened to the show? We're not getting the notification. We're not even seeing the show. Are you guys still doing the show? I said, yeah, we're doing the show. I'm not on, but Melbourne and other guys are doing the show. He said, no, the show not coming on. Two days later, Melbourne said, oh, something going on. We're having problem with the show. In fact, a lot of people not even come on the show. I said, but what's going on? So people already informed me that something was happening. So somebody was sending virus into our system. You know, when they overwhelm, you know, the network with viruses, will be kicking people out. But some of you who may not have IT, you know, knowledge, you may not know exactly, you know, what it is. Every day, they're sending us the cheapest way of hacking people, you know, phishing, you know, way of doing it. And there are other ways too. They've been trying to do it. They've been trying to get it through our cell phones, through emails, through Facebook, through WhatsApp, through regular text messages. They've been trying to hack us. I don't even know why they want to take our platform down. They want to do everything to minimize, the number of people that follow us. They want to do everything to, the good thing for SKTV. Not only we are registered entity in the United States, duly registered, and we pay taxes. All the money, the small money being sent to us, at the end of the year, we can file our taxes. So the government know we exist, the government of the United States. Specifically, we are registered with governor commissions of the United States and Arizona. And we have a bank account in the name of SKTV. You know very well, if you live in America, you cannot obtain business account without having business, registered business. Because they're going to ask you if you have your article of incorporation or you have EIN number. So you must be registered legally to obtain those things. So you have to stop trying. SKTV is not going anywhere. Besides that, platform is people. All these Facebook accounts, we can close them one today, we'll open another one tomorrow. The people that follow us, once we share it, they will can't follow us. Platform is not just the network. Platform is people. That's why you have tons of radio stations around the world. You don't see a lot of people following them. But by the time you get certain people in that platform doing presentation, you will see a lot of people following. Platform is people. Platform is not the software. It's not the page. The only problem, if you have a lot of people following you through a certain page and something funny happens, it's going to take time again for you to reach out to all of those people. But yet, as long as you exist, they will find you. So as long as you know what you're doing, you will still be able to connect with them or reconnect with them. So you just stop, trying to stop people from talking. It's not good. It is part of our fundamental right to freedom of speech, freedom of association, freedom of movement. I mean, it is part of the body politics. Those are some of the principal cardinals of politics, especially democracy. Media, whether social media, print media, or radio station, whatever that is, allow people to speak out. And one last thing before I go to my colleagues. The Liberian government needs to stop witch hunting people, bullying people, and going after people who speak against ills in the government. You will not be able to arrest everybody. You will not be able to silence everybody. You will not be able to you will not be able to shut everybody down. You can only try. And now you're on record of being the only government that is arresting lawmakers just to show strength. The last time, one lawmaker called me. I'm not going to call your name, but maybe if I'm talking, maybe some of you will know, have an idea as to who the person is. The person says, "Sekou, we're talking about politics," and I told the person, say, "Well, CMC will win the election 2029. The person said, "Well, then, you made me believe you at all." I said, "Why?" I said, with all the joy in the world, even the joy you want. I said, "Yes." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because our arrest, Joseph Baka." as our red Joseph Boakai as person of interest on Thursday. And then we were keeping it till Friday. Friday evening, we make sure we send a message to Central Prison, let him be there until Monday. Monday we're not ready for the case here until Tuesday. They will arrest all the other people there. You know, it may sound funny. People are telling me that one. I said, well, if you stay the 1 year, I don't see CMC will appoint you. You cannot see
Mr. Kana,
I said, I don't think
Kana,
to pay back or to pay debt on people. CMC will come and institute good governance, do what is right, play by the books.
Indeed.
So, you know, they got to stop this. You're not going to be there perpetually. You have a government, but there will always be another government. And whatever you do today, it might live after you. Whatever you do today will come after you. And people will come, everybody will not be the same. So let's play by the rule. Let's respect the law. Let's play by the Constitution. And let's be law-abiding citizens. Let's love each other. Let's be brothers and sisters keepers. Let's not play politics to intimidate other people, to bully other people. It's not good. It can degenerate into something that will be in cycle. Nothing will change. You know. Yeah, so
thank you, Mr. Kana. While you are talking, if people keep inboxing me about the happening in Kenya, it's not easy. I don't know what you Mark and Ali following through about the happening there.
I'm following it.
No, I'm behind. I had no idea anything on it.
Wow, I'm getting latest report that the Kenya president William Ruto has been chased out of the presidential house and is now hiding on the potential.
Yeah. So what happened? What happened when they started the
serious protest? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, when they started the protest, so they restricted them. They told the people not to go to the city center. They allowed them to protest, but then the police, the one that actually created problem, instead of they started shooting tear gas, at the protesters, and then they started shooting live bullets. So this morning, 2 people were killed, reportedly killed. So the protest was now actually violent when it started. But by the time the 2 people got killed, the protester now, started to grow and grow. It came to a point now the police cannot contain them.
Wow.
Now there are other people now who always take advantage of situation. So whatever you heard, it's serious, but we will give more update about it before the end of the show. But yeah, I've been following it.
Yeah, I just wanted to follow up with what you've been saying, especially when it comes to SKTV, right? People, we are not going anywhere, at least for the foreseeable future. I'm talking about to the next election cycle. So the thing about SKTV now, we're behind the scene, like Sekou said, there are so many things being worked on behind the scene, and it is good for the platform because we want to come back strong. We want to be in a better position. The whole thing about coming, reminding people today is Friday. We want to take it to another level. When you start something, you want to keep growing in the process. That's why I keep wanting people reach out to Sekou. We have original stakeholders here. Some of them, because of political reasons, they are no longer doing what they're supposed to do. And I think it's about time for us to elevate our game because I know SKTV is here for the long haul. And I came up with a whole different idea as to how we are going to do it. And the reason why I keep saying people should come out to you, I tell you, when you recognize an opportunity, that's one thing. You must first recognize an opportunity where you can take advantage of it. And when you're starting this kind of adventure, you want people who are stakeholders to be given first preference in anything that you do because they were the original one that started the platform. They are here from day one. They are the ones sharing the links every day they are on the show. So I am saying, from what we are doing behind the scene, you want to be on the ground floor. We don't want to get to a place where when you start seeing the result before you be like, oh, we were the one, because I've been in the Brain community for long. I've been in a lot of organizations. I'm telling you now, because the thing about stakeholdership is at the end of the day, maybe you can make one contribution at the end of the month. And you know, because we want to get to that level wherein when it comes to the operating cost of SKTV, we want to kind of be sounding the alarm here every Friday. For me, Sekou, I don't know about you, but my whole vision for SKTV, I want us to get to the point where we'll be taking on some community initiative and doing some. I mean, that's the kind of era I want to see us going in the foreseeable future. So it's better that we leave now to do what we need to do than to be here and keep struggling. No, it's about time we exceeded that level. We've been on the radio, thanks to Chairmanability and the team over there. We get that leverage that we can be heard throughout the country. But on this particular platform, and we are a supporter, we are telling you now, regularize your status if you are a stakeholder on SKTV, because I know what's coming. By the end of this summer, the first announcement that will break on SKTV, I don't want you to be left behind if you are a stakeholder, because some of you have been here through taking things, some day it's tough. I know some people that gave more than what they were even required to give because they want to see this platform growing. So the idea that some of us, we just popping in out, don't buy into the illusion that we are gone. No, SKTV won't go anywhere. We are here for the very long term. And for some of the folks, we keep saying, if you want to contribute or like coming on the show sometime, I know some people, because of their work schedule, they can make it. But I would say thanks to Melbourne, Aliu, for carrying us, but we will be back. And when we are coming back, it will be 10 times more stronger and powerful than what you are seeing right now. That's why I keep telling people, don't be the one, don't be the doubting Thomas that said he wants to see before he can believe. I'm telling you right now, your stakeholders, the regular people, you want to be in good books, because at the end of the day, you will be given that platinum and that preference to be number one for anything that happens on SKTV, because you are stakeholder. It's almost like you are the board of directors. So you will be the one telling us the platform. And I know some people can call Sekou, they can disagree with the women. Look, the thing is, let me be sincere. We are not misogynist yet. We are not into that. The only thing is because of the trend. All the videos I see popping up on Facebook, they're only coming from women. In this country, men, we don't have too much in our possession when it comes to the law and when it comes to the hierarchy of the law, who's protected. Yeah, children come first, women second when it comes to protecting the weak and the vulnerable. I'm not saying that women are weak, but from a societal standpoint, they protect women more than men. And most of the videos that keep surfacing online, they usually come from women. They are the one got some kind of a marriage issue, and they are the one that will come on the social media. So we don't just talk about the thing because we want to bash on women. No, I don't bash on women. I love women. So I just want to say again, we are getting to the place wherein if you are a stakeholder of SKTV, you want to be in the good books, because when that stuff blow up, and I know, because right now we are just collecting data. That's what I'm telling you. We want to know where we will be standing on the 30-day moving average, so that at the end of the day, we know what our people are receiving. So I don't want you to be left behind. I want you to be in the good books of SKTV. Get out of Sekou. We need a list. Maybe 50 to 100 people are talking about committed that when that time comes, you will be given first preference. And maybe I will say once again, thank you. Thanks to Aliu and the staff, the rest of the team over there for keeping us online every day. Rain or shine, no matter holiday up to the weekend. Maybe, I don't know, Sekou plans, maybe we might recalibrate the show in terms of the scheduling so that they want to see Steve here. I know we got our own personal responsibility and some of the tasks we must cover, family issue, employment issue, job related. But at the end of the day, we will be stronger than what you are saying right now. So it is better that we take a temporary break for now. But the break we are taking, you know, they say setback for a comeback, right? You got to reset, and not just how life is. Something got to take a step back so you can come better. So that's the stage we are right now. But we are still here and we're not going anywhere. Don't even think for 1 second that SKTV will be gone. But anyway, guys, let me stop there for now. That's it. I'm sending the announcement again.
Where's Herman? Let's listen to Ali. Ali, what's up, my man? What's going on? Ali, are you available?
Yeah, Ali.
It looks like Ali is busy. Yeah, so maybe are we going to go to the news bulletin on the top of the hour?
Yes, I think by 7 o'clock we will go for the news break. So I just want to also look at the issue, Mr. Connison, we stay into the maybe the few time of the news break about happening in the Kenya. And it started for a little time, Mr. Connor, and to see the young people, especially people that voted for the government, to push the government to that level. Because what I'm seeing is like they are pushing their own government to the level that they want a government to do better, Mr. Connor. This is quite confusing. I'm a bit confused to really see the people of Kenya.
So maybe not to cut you off, but let me tell you this. So just to let me conclude to add to what Mom said just then before I get to the question that you just asked. Ali, welcome back. You good? Can you hear us now? All right. So what Mom was saying, we have people that register. We had about almost 30 some more people to 40 people who we consider as stakeholders, and majority of them were committed to making some form of contribution regularly. But then there came a time where people slowed down and then they eventually stopped. Except for few, and the few being very, very slow. But yet we appreciate everybody, to be honest, because this is a voluntary thing. And because you're committed, because you're passionate about Liberia, that's why if you want to join us to help you change Liberia through information sharing, through communication, through education. So if you will, or if you are, or you want to be a part of the stakeholder team of SKTV, inbox us. The person who was asking about SKTV information or inbox, you can inbox me in person. Even if we are not friends, my account is able to receive message request. If we don't need to be friends of SKTV to send a message there, you can message us on SKTV. Also, the numbers that we have on our platform, you can call either one of the number on WhatsApp or text us. We'll respond to you. So it cannot be easier than that. So Melbourne. Yeah, Ali, we've been struggling to hear from you. What's up?
Yes, sorry, I was talking, but you guys were not hearing me. Yes, sorry
we're not
for
hearing
coming
you.
in. Yes,
Go ahead.
to just what to what President Mom was saying. You see, when we come here, we don't come here to lash at women. Women are our mothers, they are our children, they are our wives, so we get high regard for women. The problem here, they are most of the time, as Mom said, you always see these things are happening on Facebook. Women are the one always the victim. You see they cry here and there. And for me, I always say this because I have 4 girls, children. And I don't want my children to be liability tomorrow on men. Likewise, I don't want other people, girls, children, to be liability on men. And this is why we say some of these things. Woman, you coming on, if you get a man that helping you, try to help yourself. Don't just sit there, you say it's going to be bread and butter every day. For example, the life we live in, sometimes people go to bed in the morning, they wake up, they are dead and gone. They go, they bury them. So, if you get a relationship, one day, that relationship will slip away from you. What become of you? Why did you benefit? But most of our sisters today, they say when they see men doing something for them, they don't want to do anything. They feel like this relationship will never end. We pray for the relationship not to end, but also think on the negative aspect. And this is why we say most of these things, because women are always the victim. You see? So it is not like, oh, we just want to kind of be lashing on you. We are only advising you to do the best. Because we the men, sometimes we feel we are also the victim, but we don't feel it as much as compared to you people. And just as Mom said, women are to be protected and children as well. So we say this thing for your own protection is not to say we just want to be like bad muffin women. So that's all I had to say. Thank you.
Well, all right. So, same Mr. Cannon having some issues. So let me just chip in on that quickly, maybe before. Yeah, Mr. Cannon. Yeah, because you were having some issues, so I wanted to chip in on the same issue
Yeah,
because
maybe I'm
yeah.
sorry. People been calling me. That's why.
Oh, okay. All right, but go
Yeah.
ahead.
So other people saying that they, seeing me on the show for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and they got other issue to the discuss, issue to the discuss now about the SKTV, but they were looking for the opportunity to see me. Yeah. But so let me say this to one of our good friends, Lucretia Gibson. She been following SKTV. She been part of SKTV for a very long time. She says she been a while. She never, been getting the show notification. Yeah, I told you, Mabon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
the virus.
we all have to be sharing the show in the groups we are in the pages we are part of. Also on our private, wall. When you on the show, you're watching, all you do just click share. Or in the group then that you're in, those messenger group then where you're in, just share it there. The other people will see it. These things are technology. Sometimes if you have your phone, you don't change your password for a long time, some of those unscrupulous element there will try to get to you. They can take it from you. They can take your own page from you. Even if you get your WhatsApp, put password on it. It's easy. Messenger, put password on it. So that somebody else. And don't click on all the link people be sending you. Some people will send you link. It will look like you're somebody that you know, but make sure you confirm it from the person before you can click on it. Otherwise, somebody will take your page from you at any time. That way you can see some of the good people there, they feel they're educated, they are smart about everything, but they are not, aware. They are not IT savvy. They don't know much about information technology. They don't know a lot about these things. And now, things are evolving every day. So you got to open your eyes. Don't be clicking on anything. Don't be clicking on any text message people sent you. Don't be don't be taking all the call from WhatsApp. You put the call people that you don't know. Don't be taking it. And don't be clicking on somebody say, oh, your approval is here. Oh, your loan is approved. Don't click it. I apply for no loan.
Yeah, you may apply for loan? Why you being approved?
But that money
Yeah,
that
it's making somebody making mistake, saving money. Nobody's making mistake.
Yeah.
They want to get you.
You are the winner.
I apply for job. Somebody say you're approved. You just one final step for your interview. Don't go for it. Don't touch it. All those things they can just do it just for you to click on it so you can give them access to your equipment. Whether that's cell phone,
technique. What you call fishing technique.
Yeah, that's called fishing technique. Whatever whatever you get, when they will throw it on you, once you take it, they will throw the bait on you. Once you take it, then that means you're done. Yeah.
Well, so quickly, Mr. Cannon, 30 seconds. Let me just make this announcement that our teams, they are saying to us that we should continue with the show, at least
That's
so
good. That's
people enjoy all of the happening. So let's move on. So for the news, people, all of you, we say yes, indeed, let's move. So there'll be no news break. We continue with the show.
Oh,
Thank you,
wow.
Maka Davis and the rest of the team.
Yeah, I think the people there, I don't know how to bless Truth FM and from Lai to O'Neill to Maka, everybody there, man, the respect, is too much. So I want to say thank you to all of you for everything you do for SKTV and the Labrador people. So back to what you were telling me, Mabel, and then I want Ali to come in to say something. What is missing or what is happening in Kenya? In Kenya, those who are protesting are the people, or let me say, those who are in the vanguard of the protest, those who are staging the protest, who are encouraging other people to go protest, are the people who voted for the government that is in place. Unlike Liberia, people who did not vote for the government are the ones that can hold the government accountable. Those who voted for the government are the ones that are there to defend, not even when they defend, they engage in counter protests. Liberia is different from every country in the world. Liberians, we are different from everybody else around the world, to be honest. Yeah. So there's a difference, maybe. The people, the last thing what they're fighting for is about corruption business. It's about government taking some decision they're not supposed to take. That is not in the interest of the people. For Liberia and Liberians, we think once we vote for somebody, it is our responsibility, our obligation to defend the person. Once we belong to a political party now, that political party, we see no wrong with them. Their behavior, everything is good. I don't know it's out of illiteracy, and most of the people there, they profess to be the most educated people. They've been acting like they know everything. It is unfortunate. People that you support, that's the difference between us and most of the guys. For me personally, I supported Abraham Darius DeLong. I supported Nyomli Kanga Lawrence. I supported Musa Belete. I supported Mayam Fofana. So far, those are the people that are publicly supported in politics. Nyomli, DeLong. I've had friends, brothers that ran and never supported them. Mohamed Dukle ran. He's my good friend and brother. I'm very close to Sheikh Kuyate. Very, very close. When I say close, I mean it's like family. But I never supported him. Because I don't support people based on tribe or religion. I support people based on merit and what I believe in at the time, based on my understanding. And based on what you present to me, if I can trust you. But now because I supported DeLong, then I should support DeLong on everything he does. No. We have been the one to call him out all the time. And to his credit, he might be thin-skinned. He might refuse to answer some of the calls. But whenever he's ready, he can call. Whenever he has something to share, he can send a message. But because he's thin-skinned, sometimes he will refuse to answer your call. Sometimes he will not even respond to some invitation. However, he has not gone publicly to attack us. We'll call him out. You must have the gut, you must have the audacity, the stomach, the spine to call somebody out that you supported. It is called integrity. It's called honesty. You gotta be honest to yourself and to somebody that you call your leader. For example, I'm in the CMC, my very first political party to officially be a part of. But if there's 2 people or 3, 4, 5 people in the CMC, we'll look at in the faces of our leaders, including Musa ability to tell you the truth. I'm one of them. Go and ask behind me. In meeting, in person, there are things I will not say to you in meeting because I don't want to embarrass you at first. I want to make sure I inform you. I tell you exactly what you're doing. It's not good. It's not in the interest of the party of Liberia or Liberia. I will advise you to do what is right. If you don't do it, I will take you, to the meeting. I'll put it in your face. We have to learn to do that. That's why people in Kenya and around the world, people that, they fight the war that we just saw that's going to be ongoing in the Middle East. You know why the war didn't go, the fire, the area is supposed to go? Because people who supported Donald Trump, some of his able lieutenants, some of the key supporters of Donald Trump, some Republican senators and representatives, and regular people, they stood up. Said, no, this is wrong. They said, no. You can't do this. Even some of them, because even though Donald Trump did not officially ask Congress's approval before taking action in Iran, but he did inform some members of Congress. But guess what? They went and informed all the members of the Republican Party. But yes, some Republican said, no, this is wrong. That's what you call human being. You don't have to agree with politics. You don't have to agree with everything. We don't have to be on the same page. We don't have the same ideology. We can disagree. That's why we are human. If we're all thinking the same way, then somebody's not thinking. But our diversity should be our strength. But in Liberia, to defend wrong thing, we see that as loyalty. To defend wrong thing, we see that as partisanship. To defend what is wrong, we see that I'm a born citizen, I'm a born Unity Party, I'm a born this. Amen. We have tried to educate some of you. Standing against your own, challenging your own, it doesn't mean you hate them. You can only strengthen them. So they can be your proud. You can be proud of them. You can be proud to identify with them. But most of you, are murmuring in the corner, in shame. But when you come in public, you're acting like everything is okay. But you know it's not. You've been fighting among yourself when y'all go to your meetings. We can hear it. We got people plenty among y'all. But when y'all go there, y'all act like the sky is falling. But when you come to the public, you'll be lying, deceiving the people. I think as if everything is fine. Why the country is going down the drain? So I got a message from Molba Molu. I tried calling him, I didn't get him. But if anybody listening to me in Liberia, tell Molba Molu to call me. I want to support the protest. I say CMCO, I say Sekou Kene. I want to support the protest. If I can't be there in person, I will send my support whatever way I can. Because I know if we don't do it, we are losing this country. The reason why I'm saying this, these guys, their effort to fight everybody, to attack everybody, to insult everybody, to bully everybody, to arrest people, simply because they're standing up against this government, against the ills in the society. If we don't stand up together, if we don't stand against these things, we will not have a country. We're going to have a dictatorial regime. They're going to hand power over to the next group of people. They will continue to exploit our country perpetually, and we will not have a country. Let's be like people in Kenya. Be like people in Iran. Be like people in Israel. Be like people everywhere. When they disagree with their leaders, they stand up against them. They tell them the truth. You don't have to be violent. But if the police people come with you and attack you, don't run away. Because you're not attacking nobody. You're not breaking into people's stores. You're not taking stone to be throwing at human beings and people car there. You're not burning tires on the road. All you're doing, you peacefully assemble to voice your problem, your concerns. It is your fundamental right. It is guaranteed under our Constitution. Nobody can take that away from you. So they want to put fear in you. They want to make it look like protest mean violent, protest mean war. It's a lie. You know, Baga were part of the protest. Alexander Comey were part of the protest. All the political leaders of the CPP were part of the protest that was staged by the Council of, I don't know, Council of what it said. I forgot what the name said. The
Council of Patrons.
Council of Patrons. Because even though some of the leaders of that protest, they were not genuine, they were not honest. Some of them are liars, some of them are criminal. Some of them are corrupt money people, but yet people didn't follow them. People follow because at the time, people were angry. When Liberian people were told that $16 billion Liberian dollar was missing. When Liberian people were told that George Weah brought down his home and started building skyscraper in less than 6 months in presidency. When George Weah illegally removed Cabinet Janet, when all the bad things started happening in the first year of George Weah, Liberian people were angry. It led to the defeat of George Weah in most of the country.
Mm-hmm.
You all participated in that, in the protest. But now protest is a taboo. Now protest mean war. Now protest will bring our country down. Now protest will people will be start shooting on each other. That's lie. Protest doesn't mean that. So if you are in Liberia and you are willing to stand up for your country, that July 17 protest be a part of it. That's all I got to say, Mabo.
Thank you, Mark. What say you before we go to Aliu? Then maybe we'll come back to Liberia to see some of the happening. Then maybe later on we'll go to the line to interact with our people. What say you with the protest in Kenya? And that started a very long time. I think sometime last year, though.
Yeah, I don't think there's any platform on social media that covered that protest than SKTV, because we used to talk about it almost every day during the heated moment of that protest. And the reason we use the Kenyan model, we say that is the model for the whole of Africa. The people who are leading the charge were the ones that supported the president. You know, he made a pledge to the young people, because when the race got tight between Roland Ruto and the guy they call Raila Odinga, the young people were the one people were counting on. So the young people say, okay, if you're going to make these promises, we are going to support your presidency. But guess what? You know, you can fool all the people all the time. And Kenya, it's not the most clever society, but they are educated people. They are advanced society looking at the African standard. That's a British colony. They are not dumb people. They know exactly what's happening. So the president came, he increased taxes, especially on poor people. And most of them eat bread. I mean, Africa, young people don't have too much opportunity. So when you want to keep people in poverty, there's two things you do that. Then you increase inflation and you increase taxes on them. So the young people say, oh, bro, we brought you to power. I mean, we're talking about corruption in this country. Even if you want to make adjustments, if you want to pay by the IMF or debt, we cannot be the one you can increase taxes on. Matter of fact, we're not already doing great in this country. So how can we be the one at the lower end of the scale and we are the one feeling the most pain? So they jump on the street, and yesterday, I think, or today, supposed to make the 1 year anniversary. And during the protest, 60 of them died, 20 are still missing, bring the number to almost 80. So today was just a commemoration of the 1 year anniversary. And when they jump on the street, the president made some concession. He agreed that he was going to dissolve his cabinet. He was going to address the issue of incompetence, because those young people say, you know what, you got to dissolve the entire cabinet because they are not getting the work done. And what you promised, or you are not coming forward. And so we're giving you up to a year or 6 months, right? Guess what? He came out with a cosmetic solution. He kind of fired some of them, but most of them still remain in power. And that's why making the young people mad. One thing I said on SKTV, when you live in a society, right? The reason young people should always be at the forefront of everything I say on SKTV, you got the most time to spend on this planet. Take, for example, if you are 25 and Joseph Boaga is 80 plus. If Joseph Boaga made a mistake or he damaged the country, who do you think is most likely to feel the most pain or an extended period of time? It can only be the young people. And the different ways they protest in Kenya, like I said, the people who are leading the charge were the ones that support the president. That's what makes Kenya protest extraordinary. They are not playing partisan. They are looking at the future of the country and their own future, because they are the young ones. They are in their 20s, they are in their 30s. Maybe some of them got 40, 50, 60 years to be on the planet. You cannot let the older generation to damage your future, and you keep playing defense because someone can buy you scratch car, they can give you $10 today. How long will you continue to live like that? That somebody will give you scratch car. You know that the country is being damaged, but you still want to play quarterback. You still want to play defense for that particular president because you think for you, the political party or the individual is above the country. And what we are seeing from Kenya is all what we call nationalism. No matter what, my country will come first. If I support, when you go into an election and a candidate come and sell his idea to you, you don't have crystal ball to predict how they will operate in the future. But when things are not going right, it's still your responsibility to call them out. And that's what some people cannot do. They know that the country is not heading in the right direction. They know that institutions are being destroyed. But guess what? In their mind, their party, and the individual reign supreme over the country. That's the difference with Liberia. People want to protest today because they are in opposition. But guess what? When they were in power, they did exactly the same things. Kenya is just telling you that in our country, the nation comes first, and we will do anything and everything possible to make sure we keep this country in check, because we are not loyal to an individual. We are loyal to the progress of Kenya, and we want to do better. Matter of fact, if things go wrong, we who happen to be the young people will carry the lion's share of the bread, and they won't stand for that. I know his presidency is over, so Roland Ruto, no matter what he do, because when you end up losing confidence in your own supporters, then what make you think about the opposition? So that's just why it is, and they are just telling the rest of the world.
But more quickly before we go, maybe to other Aliu, this follow-up question mark. They are also protesting that, in fact, he should resign. What say you? Is that a pressure, or is that the best way to go?
Oh yeah, that's what you do. You call for resignation. The man cannot get a job done, and there's not coming from the opposition to say that politics. It's coming from his own supporter.
No.
So who can tell you to resign more than your own supporter? It means they have lost confidence in you, right? They don't have that faith. They believe you cannot govern the affairs of the state. That the rising cost of living, you can't tackle inflation. Matter of fact, most of your cabinet are corrupt. So what's the essence of being there? Resign. And guess what? If your own supporter are calling for your resignation, then more than likely when the opposition join their forces, and then it will be the end of him. So more than likely, especially, like I said, it's a 1 year anniversary thing. Those kids, they are not afraid. Some of them died before. You don't want violence, but sometimes you cannot predict the outcome of these protests, and that's just exactly what happened. The one thing that I know in Kenya, the Kenyan has shown, the young people have shown in Africa that they are a different set of young people, because for them, it's not about the political leader, it's not about the party, it's about their country. They could care less about who occupies the highest office in the land. If you cannot get the job done, my brother, then keep it moving. That's just what they are saying.
Thank you. Ali, what say you with the protest in Kenya? Or every time we come here, love for country, Liberians around the world, every time, especially our politicians, they always throw the talks, love for country. And today we're seeing the people that in Kenya, especially those ones that brought their own government to power, have been seen protesting back to back.
Maybe Liberia, we are not going anywhere anytime soon as a nation, because just as Mr. Kane said, Mo said the city, Liberia, you will not see that happening. Or in as much as you voted for a political party, no matter what they do, you have to be there to protect them, to defend them, even when they are doing the wrong. You see, some of our brothers, some of our sisters today, while their friends are there protesting in the country for jobs, some of them, they are sitting, they on payroll, because what? They are getting $25 or $50, $100, they giving them scratch card to be defending the government. So they will call on all platforms to be defending the government because they are on payroll. Some of them, that's what they do now. If you can see our country, you see government officials open platform to be praising themselves. Why do you think you can get better from in our kind of country? You see? And we the electors, we the one can help to support the government. Because we feel we voted for these people, so we enslave ourselves to them, we enslave our mind, our integrity, and everything we put it on the line. If you vote for a political party, and when they are doing wrong, when you say A, they say, oh, you stupid today. This is what Darius didn't say. Yeke Koluba didn't change. We the one change. You see, when they're not ready to expose some of the things, they call you crazy, man. Oh, he want to go wrong in Grand Bassa. This is why he's saying this. They go time when Prince Moise started to talk against the president about some corruption and other things. Other people started to go against him. So because you voted for the government, anything they do, you should stand with them. People who really love their country, like what we see in Kenya today, these are people that brought the government to power. And while they campaign for, they were in the rain, in the sun. And the government is going contrary to it. They say no. Because why we put our life on the line, we voted for you for change, and you can't come today and do this. It's a disgrace to us. The opposition, how are they going to look at us? But Liberia, we don't have that mindset. We should be praising those good for nothing and irresponsible people that will bring to power. Because I voted for CDC, Monk is working as a minister, and I know Monk can give me my $50, my $100 every month. That's my own interest. I'm not even saying about the unborn generation again. We only after ourselves. This is why our country is where it is today. We praising political leaders. When we after the election, one of my brother is a director, he's a minister, he's a representative, a senator, or get some kind of job, and I get him my live $50, $100. I'm okay. I think about other people again. I'm not. We don't even say have that mindset about the unborn generation. But the people of Kenya, they put their life on the line, and they want to see the best thing being done in our country. This is why you see they are protesting. Don't see people that brought the government to power. They are the one protesting today. Why? Because why? What they voted for that what they want to see happening. Liberia, we are on the opposite. We will campaign, we'll be in the ring, we'll be in the sun. With those irresponsible and reckless people that we trusted when they come, they're doing nonsense, and then we said that we're praising them. And this is why we are not going anywhere as a nation till 2065. If we keep electing irresponsible boys and girls, and then we keep praising them even when they are doing the wrong, we are not going nowhere. So that's Liberia for us. That's
all
where
right,
we are.
we are not going nowhere. That's the kind of country, and that's the society. You are quite correct, Aliu, Mr. Karen, and that Monk. I have this follow-up question for all of you. I don't know, about 7:30, we're going to go to the line to also interact with our people and hear their side of the story, also on some of the issues that are being discussed here. But this question, every time Liberian will wait, Mr. Karen, okay, thank God that you're back. Every time Liberian will wait, Mr. Karen, until after 6 years. Mind you, I don't know, this have become like normal thing now for us as people. Oh, you leave Mr. Kane, let Mr. Kane enjoy himself. You leave Mr. Kane after 6 years, we will go and remove Mr. Kane. Mr. Kane, are we really normal with this kind of a thing, or something is happening? Like maybe the people, they are afraid, or maybe they have been used, or something is happening somewhere, Mr. Kane, that our people have to wait until after 6 years before removing even those people who quote unquote enslave them into poverty, or even eat all of their times and their lives.
So let me tell you the difference. In other countries, people vote for something. In Liberia, we vote for people. See the problem? See the difference? When you vote for something, you're expecting something. So the person you vote for, if they don't uphold their own part of the agreement, because you upholding yours by making sure you vote for them, you keep them in the position. So it is their responsibility. Maybe somebody bringing my door. Let me make sure somebody bringing my door. I'll be back.
All right, no problem. So, Mark, you can go to that also. Then, Brother Aliu, as to what the reason that people vote, because Mr. Carter also coming to that, because we will vote and we wait for 6 years. Yeah, leave Mabel and says you're coming 2029 will remove Mabel. Why will you wait?
Yep.
Up to 6 years time of your time?
Yeah, that's the thinking, like, bro. That's the sad part about democracy. Just because you vote for someone who are giving you a 6 year limit, it don't necessarily mean that they wait for 6 years before they can leave power. No, you got that right. You can remove them. They got a process, and you can cover that resignation. Also, they got so many tools in the back to use. And let me tell you something, Mabel. That's why sometimes some of the protests, it's not about the individual leading the protest, it's about the cause. And I guess sometimes when George Weah said, if he reflect on his presidency, the Council of Patriot, the CPP, I didn't call it a protest. I called it a celebration of good governance, even though it looked like a protest. But if you look at the petition or the recommendation, the COP, I won't call that a protest. The reason I call it the celebration of good governance, because it's almost like the CPP were telling George Weah what to do to save his presidency. Because it was a petition. Mr. President, do this. Mr. President, fire these people. Mr. President, conduct an investigation about the missing money. Mr. President, follow the good governance. And Mr. President, go by the Constitution. That's all the Council of Patriot presented, 14 points. If Georgia had implemented just 40% of the Council of Patriot recommendation, he would have been president today. But some people, they will always take the individual over the country. So even though the COP recommendation was to make sure we are still in power, but the same Moluba Molunen, but then their mind was so close because they had to kiss the ring. They didn't see it that way. They thought it was a protest. Who goes to a protest and give you a play-by-play description as to do the right thing? Go to the COP document. So I won't call it a protest. It might look like a protest because the way how they gather, but at the end of the day, the whole entire idea, it was all about saving the we are presidency. But guess what? They thought his popularity, they couldn't touch him, was untouchable, and at the end of the day, he ended up losing the presidency. Can you imagine your young man at Georgia? We had to go back to some retired man to an old party that was there for 12 years. It tells you how bad it was. That's why I keep saying if Georgia had implemented just 40% of the COP recommendation, he would have been president today into his second term. But that's like brain politics for you. They will always take the individual over the country, and that's where the problem is. Yeah.
So that Mon just concluded on the point that I was making. So in Liberia, we don't vote for something. We vote for the people. We don't make commitment. And people, we don't can say, you do something, you not do something, I'll vote for you. You sick or you're not sick, I'll vote for you. Even if you day body, I'll vote for you. So if you say all of those things, what do you expect the person to do? Even the person didn't say it to. How are you going to hold them accountable? How are you going to hold them responsible? That's why some of the people who supported Joseph Nyima Boakai, they are ashamed of holding him accountable because they don't expect anything from him. They told him he doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to debate. He doesn't have to give them platform. He doesn't have to give them idea or anything. No plan whatsoever. Your candidate, papi. You can win right now. We will support you. Your win, you leave everything with all. And that's what happened. They won and then just left everything without. Now we are in a ship with no captain. Headed to the destination of nowhere. In the middle of the ocean. Do we say like living with God? We know God can control this ship. Where we capture, we don't even know where we'll sink. We don't know. We don't know whether it will sink, we don't even know whether we will arrive at our destination. That's why we said the last time, everything Joseph Nyima Boakai touches dies. So let's pray God will not die in your hand. Because everything that may be part of it has been a disaster. So let's pray. Imagine, like Ali said, in a country where government officials have turned to a bunch of talk show hosts. They're not able to do their original job. Every position they were giving, they are not performing. They are performing so poorly. But the only thing they can do that brought them to power is to come and do the same thing. Propaganda, lies, and deceptions. Praise singing. And they have their followers that agree with that, that support that. So Liberians, we are in this for a long haul. I don't know where the end game is going to be. I don't know when. But again, we are here to make the case, to inform the Liberian people that do not settle for what is going on right now. It's not what you deserve. As long as they're there, election is still far away. We got to force them to do what is right. That is our fundamental right. They got to do it. You're not waiting for 2029. You got to do it right now. If they don't do it, we got to hold their feet to the fire. That's what you do. Those are the principal tenets of democracy. You got to make sure you hold your government accountable. That's why it's a government for and by the people. Come on, man. The Liberian Constitution, the first article say the people. You decide.
Mr. Kana, I have a follow-up question for you, saying you're already talking about that. Are the government also putting fears in the people? Because, whenever the people want to come out, for their right, the government will come and say, don't do it, when you do it, you'll cause chaos, you'll cause war, you will bring war. Because sometimes the kind of when you sit back, most of the tactics are coming from the end of the government.
Because those in government, they are a bunch of cowards, they are a bunch of liars, they are a bunch of corrupt-minded people, and they deceive the Liberian people with lies to come to power. And it's hard, it's easier to lie to come to power, but it's not easy to lie to govern. Because people want to see tangibles. People want to see results. People want to feel it. They don't want to see it, they don't want to hear it, but they want to feel it. How do you feel it if it doesn't exist? That's the problem. They are a bunch of liars. The thing where they deceive the Liberian people to get to power, they can deceive the Liberian, they can deceive their way throughout. And I mean, it's not going anywhere. Imagine in less than 2 years, this government is getting very unpopular. Very unpopular. But that's what they saw. They say, you know what? They will sit down. We don't do anything. They all of us turn to talk show hosts and be in all the community radio stations. It will go through the wire for 2 years. The unpopularity could be worse. That's why they all turn to. Guess what? One of them was telling me the other day. I don't know whether she said this, but Joe Baka will know who you told. Joe Baka can be watching the people they do. So maybe if there's one person, so I will say, Joe Baka say, it will go, you all do it here. Have you watched the Central and SKTV people there? Yeah, they're making the government unpopular. A good thing that you're doing it here, you're working.
Yeah, massive.
Joe Biden is working. So that's why now.
What are working now? The talk show?
Yeah, this is the talk show working. Joe Biden is working. Yeah. So the Minister of Information, my old friend, you can't do a job. The Minister of State, the Deputy Minister of State, all your manager and managing director there, they don't know what to do their job. The only thing they can do to come and lie to the Liberian people and you should buy into it, you should believe it. So, but they're committed to having talk show as part of their job. Even though you got a Ministry of Information, you got the LBS.
LBS, yes. Can you imagine that?
You get the press bureau at the executive mansion. All of the one there, they don't do their job. So you just let men got to come and come. I don't want to call it medium because many know how to call. I don't know how to call it. So you let guys got to come and pretend as if to say they are doing something good for the country. Lying, deceiving the people. That's not your job. In fact, we're not supposed to have LBS director who have information minister. You know that, okay, you got LBS director, you get deputy director, you get assistant director, two deputy, two assistants, or even more, and other leaders. Then you get Ministry of Information. You got deputy Minister for Information for Public Affairs. You got deputy for Technical Affairs. You get assistant for this, you get assistant for that. And guess what? At the executive mansion, you got Anthony Kesseley as another deputy minister for Press and Public Affairs. For what? For Facebook. For insulting, for causing woman cause. All men like that. But you're going to judge to be responding to people, and you call him minister. What kind of government is this? Yeah, man. So, Melbourne, let's pray. Let Liberian people, muster the courage, be brave enough to stand up against these people. Other than that, we may not have a country.
Aliu or Mark, any other thing you want to say quickly before we go to the line?
Before we go to the line, usually I don't like to respond to comment because it kind of disturbs the show. But or Mohammed Sano made a very critical point. He talked about the criticism. Let me tell you, Mohammed, in politics, optics, look, perception comes before reality in politics. They say, why the eye sees, the ear hears, the mind believes. I don't have problem with protests. Sometimes, in certain instances, that's why I say the situation in Kenya is quite different, because they show the rest of the world how this thing is done, that you got to put national interest. Let me tell you something. In the history of Liberia, that's why I say the COP protest was never a protest. It was a celebration of good governance, because nobody goes to a protest and gave a government play-by-play description with 14 bullet points telling them what to do that will help them in the long run. Let me tell you something. The reason I say that, I'm not trying to criticize or trying to water down their protest. I know they are protesting for great causes, but sometimes when the person behind the protest, when you look at the history and the optics, it sends a signal to even the people that are supposed to protest. There was never a government in the history of Liberia that launched a counter-protest. Only George Weah did it. And the man who's leading the protest, he's not just an ordinary president. He was the chairman of the party that George Weah came from. Right? I'm talking about staging or counter-protest, because when you are the government, you're supposed to protect the rights of people to protest. But in their case, no, they came out with something they call the RCOP, which were mostly political. So I'm not saying you shouldn't go out there to protest. Yes, you are protesting for genuine causes, but sometimes certain individuals, they send mixed messages. Because when somebody say, okay, I'm going to protest, who leading the protest? Maluba Malu. The president say, oh, you mean the same people that organize, that pay people money to counter or protest? How in the world a sitting government that's supposed to protect your right to protest can come and launch or counter protest against people who are protesting? It never happened before in recorded history. Only they alone did it. So Mantinga is, I will always stand for protest. I will always stand for good governance. I will also stand for Liberian people. I am just saying, in certain instances, you cannot keep playing politics, because it will come back to haunt you. Take, for example, Yaja Koluba. That's why I respect Yaja Koluba than any elected official in Liberia at the current moment, inclusive of the president. I will give Yaja Koluba number one position when it comes to reliability, when it comes to standing up for great causes. I will give him that credit, because he has shown it consistently. Even before Bouaka took office, President Bouaka, Yaka was there criticizing. I'm not going to dispute the fact that he never supported the president, but the question is, when you support this individual when they are going astray, it's your job. And he has proven that repeatedly, over and over, even after the president took the helm of office. But can you say the same for the other people? No. That's why George Weah became a one-term president, because it was all politics rather than looking at the causes that were beyond the protest. So, Mr. Simon, you raised a great point, but I just want to clarify that we can hear from our people. Thanks anyway.
Thank you. But are you anything? Maybe you want to chip in quickly before we go to the line?
No, maybe go to the line. Go to the line. Thank you. It's okay. Let hear for our people who will come back.
All right, good. 0770 to this first caller. Good evening. David Kim. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, my brother Mabel, and let me say good evening to the rest of the team. You see, Mabel, the government has started fading very soon, because all that this government talk about in the past, they have done 3 times those things that they talk about. And this is what I told somebody. The issue of war and economic crime code that the government were flanking yesterday, those things will not happen, because they themselves are economic criminals. And the issue of asset recovery is a dead thing, because they themselves have started accumulating assets. So how can you have the government that will say something, they will say one thing and do another? So this government is not serious. The president himself, he's not serious. The president has started amassing wealth. He built a $10 million palace in his own local county. When you ask about it, they say it's a government project and presidential party. But then the PVCC will not follow. They did not go to the PVCC to do the thing. So how can you tell us that they $10 million property that the president is building in 4 years is a government project?
All right. Thank you so much. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, let me tell you something quick before I come to the line. You know what I think they are circulating in Gambasa land. You know, between Gambasa and Bon County, there's a thing that took place today and not now. The people are in the breed more than 100. They live for that village.
Why?
Who win there?
What going on there?
You know, for doing to someone I found a call with the time, they say the federal devil and the Tasha devil met today. And Nana, as a way of speaking, people in the blue Nana. Some people say they don't got the money. People say in the blue. I thought people say the thing will continue for now to 2026. But now the escalation.
Are you talking about I don't know, the traditional stuff or what?
The traditional people from Gambasa, they pay the cost doing when we come country. So doing there, someone out there they call doing from there to go to Sunday City, they call bring the time. Between there, the terror devil and the pastor devil met. If people are placed are near there, almost 35 horses people say they flee from the town. Some people in the pool end up to lay their hair. And they say in the pool calling people on phone, send 10 out of the money. They go down to come to the issue. They go in the power there in La Plure. For around they complete there, around right here there. We pay total to go to the capital building. All our brainstorm together, they total will carry no hara. But before we leave for here, there is Joshua. Before we reach to over Joshua there. All people from different localities with different motives. You know, protest are good thing, but people join the protest, they know what it's about protest. People join that with different motives. All people join that to destroy. All people join that to steal and things. So that is parent there. But what happened in Gambasa, so thank you.
Thank you. To this color, good evening. Cool is giving you a heart and ball.
From a Jacobstown.
Yeah, go ahead, Hussein.
I listen to the different talking points. And let me say, the president over the bureau have taken high court actions. That is by suspending officials of his government, more president key officials. So what purpose me to worry me a whole lot? The president Aliyu Masade support in Georgia, he sat here for 6 years. My job became a de facto president.
Hello?
Right?
Hello, first now. I come in 30 seconds. We don't want you to come here and always be attacking any of our panelists here. If now how you be behaving, then when I allow you on the show anymore.
I'm not going to attack, right? No, you
okay.
Don't do that.
All right, go ahead.
I won't do that, right?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so let me say this. The Ministry of Agriculture is about to bring 200 small machines in the country for local farmers to empower them. In fact, the government is bringing machines to open roads. In the middle of the rain, the roads are still pliable. I have my friend who just came from Grand Gile. I really don't get it. So, no progress from the government that nobody want to mention. We all of those things to just criticize every day. No, sometimes we have to be realistic to some of those things the president and the government is making. There are other challenges in different sectors. Who told you there are not challenges? There are challenges, right? But the government is making some strides in different sectors. Like I talk about the machines that are coming for agriculture.
All right, thank you. The machine come until you come and your man. We don't hear many times machine. Hello, to this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Labour and your who's in the diaspora. So, thank you for the fascinating discussion this evening. Labour, July 17th protest is a done deal and it's unpractical. So we don't care who is an organizer. Monuma Moru is a citizen of this particular Republic of Liberia. He has the fundamental right to organize the protest. So we are going to collaborate with him as a peaceful citizen and to engage the government constructively through the constitutional and right that have been given to us. Yesterday, Joseph Waka told us that he squandered opportunity. He was part of protest. Mo Ali, Imotue, all the next squander our opportunity to loot the economy of Liberia during any time. We were part of protest. So the idea or the thinking of who is being the organizer is that we are not looking at that. We are only looking at the message that it was sent to the international community and to expose this particular government that people brought to power that have failed to respond effectively to the economic needs of the Liberian people.
All right, thank you so much, Pascal Davis. Good evening.
Thank you, Mebon. Let me first of all be very clear that there is absolutely no man born of a woman can stop the protest July 17th. Nobody, no soul in Liberia can stop that protest. I mean, I hear the kind of challenge comment when we protesting for Molu So why you don't want him to organize a protest? Mr. Blacker, who told you guys his final opportunity at that age, alien, you voted him to be president. Why more from Molu who has not set a governmental position? I kind of comment for and lukewarm conversation is that to say, oh, and Mobile Madu, you were chairman. You were just chairman of the party. Somebody who served as vice president for 2 years and mentor to you here, you were just vice president. So are you measuring the two statements? I hear somebody say, hey, they'll criticize the government. If you think the government is doing good and your family are living better, who knows? So for us, we're seeing the wrong the government is doing, that's what we're checking. So you're saying the good thing, why are you getting angry with us who are not seeing anything and we're talking the wrong thing? Look, this platform here is for everybody. And like a sanity. On the platform, the official government are there. Go to phone where they sing songs of governmental broadcast. Go there where they are on the platform and singing songs. Look, this is how shameless and disgraceful the country. You got one man who machine making money more than even your whole family salary on a year. 3,500 per month. The party owner. But you there, you can't even have a bucket of weed to eat, and you get the guts to come here and open
all right, thank you. No, my young man, don't go that way. 0770-203-125. Go to the issues and not confrontational or not be confrontational yet on the platform. We won't take that. So let's call up. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, go ahead, my dear.
To your other guests. You know, you asked a brilliant question, which I love. Your question was, so Liberal only get one way to change the government away for 6 years. So you who are brave, the Steve, the Seku, the Masale, why don't you come and join us and lead to change the government another way? They're all waiting for 6 years. People always say with the Liberian we are stupid. We know what we say. When Seku read your content, or when you ready, you live in Liberia, you read here. Why can't lead a group to change the government? They're waiting for 6 years. I already want to join you, neighbor. I already want to join you.
All right.
Call your fellow people out.
Mr. Thank you. Now, finish. Let me finish to your own. Everybody got the right to try and market their stability, so it's okay.
In that war you want to bring,
all right, thank you.
Yeah,
wait,
thank you.
Thank you. Hello, to this call. Good evening. We'll take a few more calls. Now go back to the team. Yeah, hello, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you something today. If anybody in the government that thinks that we not come outside, then maybe you can go in the field line. But I can tell you, anything that people do who must come outside, people are playing to come outside, neighbor. We are fell away because if you promise your people at the end you're not doing nothing for protecting our people, what do you expect? You will say that again? We will not say that no more. It is time for us to rise on against the government. Yes, the government is a 419 government. To be honest with you, neighbor, so that there's so many companies ready and you want. If we not respond to them in that too, they will help us to never not be honest. You saw what most of them go over there in play one more Matari. So it's good we say that yes, somebody be playing one Matari too? No. We'll still be our Matari too. Because we in Liberia, we know what the people going through. So nobody should come and talk to Matari. I will not encourage you if you want to come up, you come up and we'll respond to that in the next step too.
All right. Thank you, Ellie. I already told I know his soon, I know how soon or what gonna soon. Hello to this call up. Good evening.
Yeah, hello neighbor. This is Enoch MJ Brown. I call you from Comparative.
Yes, go ahead, my brother.
Yes, I think the July 17th protest is rewarding because every government needs people to keep their feet to the fire and people to always be critical about them and make them strong. I think that protest for some of us, we see it as, you know, celebration for the GMB government because of all the good things the GMB government is doing. I mean, overhead bridges coming, and then roads, connectivity from all the capital cities, even from Buchanan to Sano, from Nima to Grand Jide and River G, Water View. So they can go and protest. We will provide water and food for them. And nobody will hammer them. It should just be peaceful because nobody is threatening anybody from protesting.
All right. Thank you to the birthday man. Amen. Hammer, the happy birthday man. My brother, good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much for the recognition. Let me appreciate you and all of
yeah, man. Dear, happy birthday again on the show. Yeah, and thank you for always following the show.
I'm so grateful for the level of what you guys continue to do. It is true that advocacy
talk about people and families to consult your government. And your project cannot obstruct anybody's movement. And it's why you go to do it. So people and families to meet the government to tell them it's a challenge. But not your project you make our to damage the peace process in our country. But it is your constitutional right to exercise, but having people in other manner to now destroy any movement. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Khan. I think we have 10 more minutes. Or should we continue to take a few calls, or we can use that 10 minutes?
Yeah, take more calls.
Okay, all right. So 0770203125. And then you say, we haven't even go to the protest discussion. Google you say you're individual. We're gonna contribute this.
We're gonna have a special show.
We're not even gonna
we'll be mobilizing people. We're telling people the reason why it's important.
Party with the protest individual. Oh yeah.
The verb because I say I'll support it and I'll contribute towards it. So
hello to this kind of good evening. Thank you for joining. I know you're now a little bit having some issue, but go ahead.
George Porter was, you know, the people just see that here, the only people that can rule our bureau, control our bureau, are lying to us. Well, I told them, I said, any protest in our bureau now, we will be part of it. We tell the government people, we tell them to set up this government. We support Molu to the fullest. We're ready.
All right, thank you so much. We can put that for so many reasons. Why you getting involved with? Charles Cooper, good evening. What? Yeah, the country interesting.
Good evening, Mabon.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Charles Cooper. I call from Coffee to Puro.
Yeah, go ahead. Quickly, Charlie, because I want to take some international calls. I think I see some calls.
Charlie, I think I not eat today. Let me put some energy in your voice, man.
Right as inscribed in Article 17 of our Constitution. Like me, Mabon, I support a peaceful protest, but then I ask myself, has protest solved any of our national problem? Because we have had a series of protests in this country, but yet our country still lies in squalors and abject poverty. So the question is, has protest solved any of our national problem? Because normally in other countries, when people protest, they get result. But unlike Liberia, Mabon, we protest and year round, we still get the same result. So sometimes we are frustrated, we are weak. Especially when you have a security force that is frustrated and want to transfer aggression to the protester. They are not professional enough to handle protester. So it's sometimes powerful, some of us, and we are discombobulated by this thing.
All right. Thank you so much. What are we getting? Mr. Khan, I think we got 7 more minutes, so we can use that later.
Yeah.
From the US, I think somebody calling me on WhatsApp. I can be quick, Mr. Khan, please 1 minute. Let me take Jenkins. Yeah, Jenkins, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Mabon. How are you, man? How everybody in studio?
Yeah, we're okay. Everybody fine. Thank God for life. Go ahead, my brother, quickly.
Yeah, I'm Joe, man, calling from Minnesota. I said the only thing that making me to laugh right now that most of the year you voted for Democrat, somebody who was convicted. You voted for the president. The Moruba Molu who was there to play chairman. They questioning Moruba Molu to vote for that. Are you serious, brother? Oh, my man, you're making me to laugh.
All right, no problem. Your project, don't vote to your own US point of view. Oh God, well, Mr. Khan, bye. I love my country. Love you. Just give me a bill. Don't take anything away from me. Mr. Khan, back.
Yeah, but
I had for me, I was there 2 callers.
Right, there I'll go. Or
Yes,
maybe let me see one, and then you will just take us home.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead, Mr. Khan.
So to the last person that just spoke, it's not about Hmong, it's not about Sekou, it's not about Mabon, it's not about Ali. It's about Liberia. It's not about the decision I make in my personal life or in my political life here in America. This is about Liberia. So we are talking. You know, me and Mo, we never agree when it comes to the United Party, and I mean, when it comes to Democrat and Republican. Beyond that, you know, me and Mo, we never got along when it comes to Donald Trump. Never, ever. We always at each other throat. But you know what? You see, and we can still come and fight for the betterment of SKTV. That's the kind of politics I want to see in Liberia. It doesn't matter who you support. But for you guys, if somebody not supporting you, then they are enemy of the state. The last time when Liberia was awarded with a non-permanent seat in the United Nations, when I posted, I said, please use that position wisely. Do not use it for corruption. Don't carry your corruption to the people then. They went under my post. They said, now real Liberian enemy then is posing themselves. The people who are stealing your money, the people who are corrupting the country, the people who are raping your children, the people who are taking your money from you to buy houses for their girlfriend in America, in Europe, in Abidjan, in Ghana. They are not the real enemy of the bro. The people who looking at you, you don't get no ambulances to take your sick mother, your pregnant woman to the hospital. They put all the money in their pocket. They are not the enemy of Liberia. The little worker who buy one car for $1,100,000. That one car price, you want to buy five ambulances for all the 15 counties in Liberia. It's so bad medicine to put in all the hospitals and clinics in Liberia. The little worker is not enemy of Liberia. I would say the corruption you can do in Liberia, you will not bring our to the United Nations to support our name. That means the enemy of Liberia. See the mindset? I'm done.
Good. Brother Ali, quickly, I guess you have something quickly to say to our people back home.
Ali was on, but I don't know.
Yeah, you hear me? Maybe can you hear me there?
We can hear you.
Yes.
The way you can, the way people attacking the country of today, you can see your beautiful car today, and then you go. You sort of talk in your car, let people see you.
Yeah, man, I don't know who they can be bluffing. How is that get?
Oh my! You can't show you nice car. They put them who can get food. They support to the bank and they put the country the car.
They may be bluffing. They put him calm down. Tell them I'm coming with my car.
Ali, go ahead, my man.
The problem here, can you hear me there, Mabel?
Yes.
Ali will get you.
Okay. The problem there. Okay, you see, always this guy, that for him, I don't even say know what to do with him, because everywhere I go, he will go after me there. When I go on Kings FM, he behind me. I can't SKTV, I go on Freedom. That's a uno habit. I don't really know. These are the people that are making they will be the cause for the government to fail. First of all, I will always ask this question. If you will come out and say, George, we are did suspend people, Joseph Boakai suspending people. Okay, now these people, this guy that they just suspended from the MCSS, how long this corruption allegation were on him? James Bobo, almost a year plus. This other guy from LTA, how long this corruption allegation were on him? 11 months. When it comes to other people, the moment they say, oh yeah, Mabel corrupt, tomorrow Joseph Boakai suspend you. The moment they say Ali Masale corrupt because I'm from CBC, the next day Joseph Boakai suspend me. But when it comes to people from the Unity Party, Joseph Boakai will get LACC chance. Let them carry on their investigation. They follow all of the due process before he suspend you. Why should you be selective in your suspension? Are you a president for the Republic of Liberia or you president for Unity Party and Rufa County? Is that why you want me to come and praising him? Let when a woman from Noka, let her there, he suspended her without LACC coming with any report. When the other woman from NASCO, the fishery woman, Emonite Glasgow, those people from any position, he couldn't wait for LACC because they are not Unity Party people. But when it comes to the Unity Party people, he had to wait for LACC to do everything they follow due process. Is that why you want me to come and clap for Joseph Boakai? If you say we can come here, we don't praise the government, just go to your class, reloaded.
I don't subscribe to this nonsense. I'm not here for that. Go and praise him for him. But for me, anything Joseph Baka is doing, why he's doing it selectively, I'm not here to praise him. Let him do it in a way, be transparent. Just as you suspended other people immediately when there were corruption allegations on them, even when people in your United Party, the moment they say corruption on them, suspend them immediately. You don't have to wait for them to take whole year to come up with report. Why you couldn't wait for the other people? That's your foolishness. Continue being behind me. You get work to do. So say we can see tomorrow. God.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you so much, Mr. Kana, and yeah.
I want to say thank you, and I just want to say, Ali, don't that play what you call there. They're not class reloader. They say useless reloader. That's some information that you need. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. Kana. My brother Ali, don't even worry about that guy. For me personally, I will tell you, saying listen to the show. Is that how you go about with things? Even somebody may even have issues that in fact that you want to be attacking them personally. No, go to the issue, discuss. Thank God they can be following the man. It's good. But when you follow the man, respectfully disagree with the man, instead of in fact, people seeing you like you have personal issues against the man. No, don't do that, please. And when you call the issue again anymore, when you don't go straight to the issue, you want to go personal with Ali. I think I'll just black you straight, and you will not be able again to call the issue. Yeah, no, surely, Ali, I don't like that. Let's go to the issue and fraud of confrontation. Everybody have that right. So again, to like I would say, we can support, we can say good thing. Well, maybe you don't be following us here. When the good thing, we say it here. In fact, we've been saying it quite recently. I've been praising the PCC boss for doing good. I don't know how many times you want us here to come here and say, yeah, this is happening, or you want me to go bring yellow machine business. How long the yellow machine issue been around here? That you want all to be praising here every day, my brother? No. Our children, they want to see tangible, they want to believe, they want to see something and feel something. Thank you so much. And the other man will say, I should go and protest, I should join people and put my brother. Don't waste your time. When the time is right, you will not say what he's saying. So that thing, just leave a program protest just because of maybe school days. And no, people have the right to go out there and protest for so many reasons. But maybe some of you don't even know when they protest. All you think about is that maybe people can overthrow government. No. So thank you so much. Good night to all of you.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Following our people who waiting to sell. Blessing that time and that effort are rest. The project is giving us here and the premise of there. The work with my life without fear.
I lyrical
Master.
Clever so make you I can't Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, tina ke ase my jamo. Enji sano money, emu aye yo. Enji lova money, emu aye yo.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
Ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Salia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Cote d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Salia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Cote d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Pakistan ya tumale, SKV, ena Pakistan, tosi wako maya tumale.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Following our people who waiting to sell. The flesh, that time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise from best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather, Nima to Lufa. From Riverside, River G to Chile. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monserrat, San to Backbaloo. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa.